Be back in a moment. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, guys, the Wolves have a star tandem with the two top picks, Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards says that they can be special because, quote, we're dynamic together. His shooting and my ability to get to the rim is hard to stop. He can shoot. Man, I have never seen anyone shoot like that. Brian?
The three-point shootout champion. Thanks, Allie. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the Raptors starting five. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. And it's Pirtle in at the five. And for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Van Vliet against Conley. Van Vliet misses. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Pass to Towns. Now Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Back to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns passes to Conley. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And as we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that 4th spot.
Seeing where the Raptors are, they really came out swinging this year, putting to rest all of the doubts about their abilities. Now we'll see if they can maintain that energy.
To the inside, Van Vliet, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Mike Conley.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Shooting 2.
First one falls, and Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Both free throws, good from Van Vliet.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
And here's Minnesota now. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels.
Watch the screen.
Towns up top. Plenty of space. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Van Vliet against Conley. Pass to Siakam. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And just using every inch of his incredible wingspan, Siakam is able to make some creative finishes.
And so it's Minnesota with it. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
So it's Minnesota now, following the bucket by the Raptors.
Boy, you get everything you want from a young star in Anthony Edwards. I mean, excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard. and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
He misses the free throw. Well, practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
Yeah, improvement across the board, BA, and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis. You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile one drive.
Yeah, aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Now here's Van Vliet doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And Barnes the bucket on the assist by Pirtle.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Edwards against Trent. Pass to Conley. Launches a three. Knocks it down from distance.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Van Vliet against Conley. Trent with it. Puts it up. Siakam, no good. Towns for three. Offensive rebound. Edwards can't hit.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Outside McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Towns. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Now here's Van Vliet. In his last outing, 8 points for him.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Van Vliet against Conley. Gobert passes to Edwards. Towns for 3. Towns can't get that one to fall.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Siakam, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Van Vliet against Conley. Pass to Barnes. Now here's Siakam. Tight defense on him. Here's Trent. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Oh, there's the alley.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Conley against Van Vliet. It's blocked by Gobert.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
Nails it from 3. Barnes has got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now Conley. And in the game with Denver, he did not play well. Outside Edwards. Conley passes to Towns. And they'll get another chance. Conley against Van Vliet. Tries again. Misses off the right iron. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Conley with the ball. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Outside McDaniels. Trent against Edwards. Rebounded by Trent. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Noel, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Porter Jr. comes in for Trent. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Barnes. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. The Timberwolves trail. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson's checked in for Towns. Rivers comes in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Anthony Edwards. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Barton comes in for Van Vliet. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Barton. To stop the run, Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Boucher finds Barnes. Back to Boucher. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Knocked away. Here's Rivers, averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Noel. Back to Rivers. He shoots. Kept alive by Minnesota. This one for 3. Here's Gobert. And it's all tied up. Gobert's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Boucher passes to Barton. Back to Boucher. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Anderson.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Well, Grant, we've seen the NBA evolve quite a bit since your playing days. How do you think you'd be used in today's game versus when you played?
Well, B.A., with the spacing in today's game and my ability to slash to the rim, I think I would still be able to get to the basket, dominate in the mid-range, but I'd be shooting way more threes and I would see more minutes playing as a small ball power forward as well.
And Minnesota calls time here. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Here's Rivers, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Porter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with it. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Rivers after the basket by Toronto. Here's Anderson. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Barton, the pass to Boucher. Nice D from Anderson.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Now here's Barton. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Barnes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Anderson.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Rivers. Back to Noel. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Anderson can't get it to go.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Basket counts.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Anderson. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Here's Alexander Walker. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That free throw, no good. Benton, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Good on the second one. Here's Benton. To the middle. Achua gets the bucket. Achua's got 6 points.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
.32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Rivers. Back to Noel. Fades. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Here's Benton. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Raptors. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Raptors?
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
You know, I also like the fact they've been really aggressive in attacking from behind the arc. They could do a lot of damage from there tonight.
The Timberwolves shooting just under 40% from the field. So for the Raptors right now, Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Jakob Poeltl out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Benton in at the three, the small forward, Edwards. Oh, rejected by Poeltl.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Rebound Minnesota. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Reed. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. Toronto's gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Here's Benton. Here's the three. Can't get it to drop. And that's a foul. Called on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
You know, one of the things that sets McDaniels apart is his ability to guard virtually any position on the floor. He creates major matchup problems with that versatility.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
And Minnesota has possession. Following the bucket by the Raptors. Clock at 6. Here's Alexander Walker. That shot is off. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Talking about McDaniels' defense. That's how he got a lot of minutes early in his career.
You know, a lot of guys make their mark defensively early on, which buys them time to develop in other areas. And it's an ideal way for young players to contribute right away. If you're stressing defense, then he's a guy that you want on your team.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful.
Mike Conley's checked in for Alexander Walker. He's perfect from the line this time. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Towns. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Towns has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Raptors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. It's stolen by Trent. Inside. That's tipped. Pirtle with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Here's Barnes. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Both free throws good from Barnes. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Outside Edwards. Drains the triple. Edwards got 7.
Well, that was a bomb from Edwards, showing off that deep range.
Van Vliet against Conley. Pass to Barnes. Here's Trent. The shot no good. McDaniels with some nice D. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards outside. And they get it back. Outside McDaniels. Back to Gobert. That one doesn't drop. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, sometimes you're taught a lesson. They lost the momentum, but once the comeback started, they had no answer. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here's Edwards. The Raptors making their last shot. Left side Conley. Over Van Vliet. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Trent from long range. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. For 3, Conley. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Van Vliet against Conley. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Trent. Fires the 3, and it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Back to Conley. Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Outside McDaniels. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Timeout called. The Raptors.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Outside Barnes. Pass to Achua. Van Vliet outside. Outside Barnes. The 3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter. Well, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
Stolen by Conley. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Towns. Rejected by Siakam.
And the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson comes in for Gobert. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Here's Noel. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Trent against Edwards. Pass to Anderson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam. And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Here's Trent. Some solid defense from Edwards.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump. And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
So it's Minnesota now. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Anderson. Here's Noel. Siakam knocks it loose. Now Trent. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Edwards against Van Vliet. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
And here are the Raptors now. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. And here's Siakam for three. And again, Toronto no good.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Achua defending. Achua with a steal. Van Vliet outside. It's Barnes on the wing. Anderson against Trent. And there's the drive. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Outside Anderson. It's McDaniels on the wing. Shoots over Siakam. And that one's long.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Noel. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now Trent. Pass to Siakam. Over McDaniels. And Siakam gets it to go. Siakam's got his second bucket on the night.
Using focus and balance to convert jumpers, wow. Siakam has really improved his shooting.
And Minnesota calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Banton comes in for Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Trent. And it's Barton in for Van Vliet. Now here's Anderson. Fires from the wing. Misses again. Now 0 for 3.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
In transition. Here's Alexander Walker. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now. The Raptors with a lead. Down low. Here's Boucher. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
Making the correct read right there. Otto Porter showing you his basketball IQ.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Noel. Achua defending. Here's Rivers. Clock at 6. From 13. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Barton. Blocked. Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. Rivers' shot is off.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside, we'll see.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And that's good as he hits both shots. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Here's Banton. Pass to Achua. Over Reed. Oh, and Reed with a block. Here's Alexander Walker. And that one's drained from the low block. Alexander Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, was that some by-the-book basketball or what? Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and then finishes strong. From one end to the other, perfect.
Porter. And there is a whistle. That goes on Otto Porter. That's foul number 2 for him. 5 ticks left in the half. Here's Reed. Banked it in off the glass.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Oh, it's stolen. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Raptors out in front, up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4-point lead. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what'd you see out there?
They made a lot of trips to the free throw line. That speaks for how aggressive they are, attacking at every opportunity. They're not playing with the finesse game that the other team's playing.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 35% from the field so far. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Shot clock at 6. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Barnes.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Achua. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Trent. Takes a 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Pass to Barnes. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Barnes. Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Outside Edwards. Conley with the ball. He's got 9. To the inside. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. And he recovers it, and he's able to get it back. Here's McDaniels. And finally, they hit one. McDaniels got 7 points in the game. Here in the second half, this game still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now here's Pirtle. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Siakam left side. Oh, and Towns with the block.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
It's good. Give him 8 points now.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Van Vliet against Conley. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely. Offensive board. Siakam left side. Back to Van Vliet. Siakam right side. Edwards against Trent. Launches it. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist of the night. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
The 3 from Barnes. Minnesota with a rebound.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
And the Raptors call time here. We've seen Mike Conley really having a great game.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Now here's Van Vliet. 9 points in the game. Siakam, no good.
Since halftime, scoreless in their first 5 attempts. It's been ugly.
Towns finds Conley. Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. Fires from deep. And the 3-pointer goes. Conley's got 9 points now in the second half.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
And Siakam with the slam.
And just a straight baller move from Siakam. I mean, shrugging off the coverage and keeping his focus on that basket.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Shot on the wing. That one's wide left.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Conley against Van Vliet. Pass to Barnes. The 3 ball. They grab their own miss. Here's Siakam. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Van Vliet against Conley. Towns for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Pass to Van Vliet. Now here's Siakam. And some solid defense from Towns.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Pure from 3-point range. Edwards got 14.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And Toronto calls time here. We've seen Mike Conley really having a great game.
They know they need to change things up and do it quickly. They cannot allow him to keep running wild.
Toronto's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Van Vliet. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. McDaniels against Barnes. Towns. It's not going to go for him. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Van Vliet with it. He's against Gobert. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Toronto. And Gobert with the stuff.
I mean, how do you stop Gobert on the slam? He's too big, rising up too fast. There's really nothing you can do.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Conley.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's Alexander Walker. 10 points for him. Outside McDaniels. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
Reed can't hit. And for Toronto, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Reed against Barton. Outside Barnes. Boucher outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. Drills the elbow jumper.
You know, he can be a good zone buster for you. He's able to find the seams and knock down that mid-range jumper.
Here's Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Alexander Walker. Towns for three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Barton. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Siakam against Towns. Back to Barton for three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. McDaniels from long range. Toronto has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Porter, the pass to Siakam. Looking to get back on track. That shot off.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Porter against Edwards. Pass to Towns. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Boucher. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Porter showing you what he can do, rising to the cup and punching it down.
Here's Alexander Walker. And Minnesota calls time here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Some changes for Minnesota. Anderson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Rivers is subbed in for McDaniels. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Banton comes in for Barnes. Now here's Reed, averaging around 6 a game. Here's Edwards. Puts the move on. And it's Toronto with a rebound. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Boucher finds Achua. Boucher down low. Anderson's there. Back to Boucher. 5 to shoot. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Boucher's got his second basket of the night. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Rivers. Back to Edwards. Reed with it. Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Barton. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Minnesota. Toronto has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Here's Boucher. Shakes him. Shoots over Anderson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
The free throw drops for Boucher. And Boucher drops them both. Minnesota's shooting 47% during this third quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Rivers. Back to Alexander Walker. And they pick up 2. Alexander Walker's got 12.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
A minute 35 left in the third. Here's Boucher. Here's Achua. Shots blocked. Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Barton. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Toronto trailing. Pass to Benton. Outside Porter. And here's Barton outside. Anderson pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Edwards. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. They get the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And for Minnesota, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Rivers. Off the mark there with a 3.
He hasn't hit a single shot yet, but somehow as a team, they're getting it done.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Benton. And here's Barton. Boucher with it. Anderson covers. Floats one up. Boucher, no good. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Raptors shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Scotty Barnes is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low.
That was not an easy move. I mean, especially against that length.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That'll be a second foul of the game. Anderson against Trent. Back to Towns. 4-3. Rebound by Van Vliet. Trent on the wing. Fires for 3. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 7 tonight. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Anderson. And he makes it on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, that's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Conley against Van Vliet. Here's Trent. Here's Barnes. The layup misses. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 37% so far in this one. Anderson passes to McDaniels. Pass to Anderson. Back to Conley. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now it's a 6-point Minnesota lead. Van Vliet with it. Towns covering. Here's Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to Gobert. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in.
One shot.
And that one falls for Gobert.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Trent. No good on the three.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
McDaniels against Trent. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. And he makes the first. Good on both. And Toronto calls time here.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. It wasn't feel-good pep talk. He wants them to show some fight in the closing moments. He told them, if you guys want to salvage any respect from this game, now's the time to do it. Show them we are better than this. Guys, take it away.
Allie, thank you. To the middle. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Trent against Anderson. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Count it. Good. McDaniels got 4 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Now here's Anderson. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. That one is off.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
And the basket by Siakam.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside, Anderson. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Conley. Three-pointer. And they recover it.
You can add another offensive rebound to the tally. Just one of the areas where they're taking them to the task.
No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down.
And Pirtle does just a little bit of everything for this team. A big man that has excellent passing skills.
Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Anderson. Poke loose. Now here's Trent. Pass to Pirtle. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle. Just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Outside, Anderson. And he makes it. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
It's Barnes on the wing. Trent outside. 6 to shoot. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Towns. Second shot opportunity. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. That one no good. Nice D from Anderson. Timberwolves shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now here's Van Vliet. Trent outside. Beyond the arc. Nice D from Anderson.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Raptors on D. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Lets it go. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McDaniels with some nice D.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 5. Now Towns. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
We've become used to seeing Towns own the offensive end of the floor. Just lets the game come naturally to him.
And here's Trent, guarded by Edwards. Trent, the pass to Barnes. Siakam against Towns. Trent outside. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Barnes. Soft touch off the glass. Barnes has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Conley. And here's McDaniels. Now Edwards fires the 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. Oh, and Towns with the block. Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. for Toronto. They've gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Back to Conley. Goes up. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws.
They're one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
Now here's Trent. From 7 feet. No good off the glass.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Van Vliet. So it's Toronto now. Three-pointer, Van Vliet.
He made a three back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Pirtle against McDaniels. To the paint. Now here's Reed. Guarded closely. Pass to Siakam. No luck on that one. McDaniels with some nice D. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 15-6 run. It's good. Towns has got 14 points here in the second half.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
That one drops for him.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
And here's Conley. There's a minute 54 left in the game. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Siakam. Misses off the left iron.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Van Vliet against Conley. Outside Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Now Trent, covered by Towns. 4 on the clock. Trent, the pass to Barnes. Kept alive.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Barnes. McDaniels passes to Towns. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. And he recovers it. Reed, good.
A pretty comfortable win for them in this one. Great effort pays off for the Timberwolves.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Karl Anthony Towns.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The teardrop and the layup good by Edwards.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Outside Conley. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
And we look forward to seeing you all
right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position. We
can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.